Shalom, y'all. KARDAYAH'S here. For those of you who do not know me, my name is KARDAYAH'S. I am a country soul singer who now resides in Tennessee, and I am from Daisy, Georgia. I have been on this journey, y'all, to becoming a professional singer, which I am now, and trying to find venues and gigs and the ups and downs and the record companies and this and that. I've been doing this actually ever since I've been in high school, and ever since I started to actually take my singing seriously in 2013 is whenever I started to step out and actually take myself seriously and my gift and my craft seriously. Even before that, like whenever I was like 17, 18, 19, I had to turn down a record company. So I have turned down 3 record deals since I've been in this business. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about, should I sign a record deal? I'm gonna give you a piece of my story. I'll go further into this story later on, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna give you a piece of it and try to get straight to the point of what I'm talking about. Okay, so first of all, whenever it comes to you signing a record deal, the first thing that I think that you should consider, and it doesn't matter if you're singing gospel, if you're singing country, if you're a rapper, if you are if you're doing what I call poetry, like singing your poetry or putting your poetry into your music. However, you need to consider your spiritual stance, because the world doesn't care about how you feel inside of your spirit or your soul. It's not that kind of situation. Okay, you also need to figure out, if you have a spouse. I'm the kind of person who I'm going to run things by my spouse. If it was something that was divinely given to me, if the Most High told me to do it, or if the Spirit told me to do it, I'm going to run it across my husband and talk to him about it. But if it's something that God told me to do, then I have to do it. On the other hand, I try to be respectful to my spouse, and I try to talk to him and consult him about everything that I decide to take a step out and do, because he is the head of my house. And you can't live without your head. You cut your head off, the rest of your body die. You know what I'm saying? And wickedness means dysfunction, so we don't want dysfunction in our household. Okay, so thirdly, you need to figure out, what do you have time for? What type of lifestyle are you willing to live? Because once you get signed with these people, they are not they're going to put you on the type of schedule and in the type of lifestyle that they want you to be in. Regardless of whatever they tell you, it is their way or I see you later. So let me give you a piece of what happened with me. The last record deal that I signed, I first got a manager, and the manager, I didn't think things were going to work out, because I am a live singer. Recording is all cool with me. Yes, I will record my music, but I am better on a stage in front of people. That's what I wanted to do. Not an amateur act. Not an amateur act, but that's where my heart is. I am a performer. That's what I've been doing since I was a child. I perform. So he was trying to get me to a record deal. So push came to shove, and I decided that I wasn't going to work with him. But he came back to me and he said, I found this record company that I think will be great for you. They decided that they wanted to sign everybody that I manage. Now, a few years before I signed this record deal, or before I was approached with this opportunity, I told the Most High, I said, Father, I don't want to sign any kind of record deal unless it is a perfect record deal. It has to be clean. And when I say clean, I'm talking about no debaucherous acts with them. They have to have clean music. The representation has to be clean. The imagery has to be clean. They cannot change my message, and they cannot change me. I don't need an advance from them, and I also don't need them trying to trying to manipulate me into things. I need a holy contract. And for those of you who do not know what holy means set apart or separate. Okay. So I needed a holy contract. Lo and behold, these people presented me with a holy contract. Now, they weren't taking all of my money. My manager wasn't taking all of my money. They did not give me advance. It was everything that I prayed for. The contract was really perfect. Where the issue came in was they did not want me asking questions. What do I mean by they? The person who was over the company, why is this giving me such a hard time? The person who was over the company is the person that I was dealing with closely. I would speak to him all the time on the phone. He was letting me know that he had other doors that were opening up for me and that he wanted me to teach his girls how to be upstanding women, because most of the women with the company were African American and they were just ratchet. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to be presented in that light. Our image is already tainted. So anyway, he wanted me to come and he wanted me to teach them as they came into the company how to present themselves, how to be ladies, and so on and so forth. And he also had set up for me to be able to do a festival here in Nashville on this year. This was before COVID kicked in. So I was excited, but every step of the way, this is my first major tip to you. Every step of the way, I consulted the Most High. I prayed about everything. Everything that they told me, I went to the Most High first and I asked him, was it his will? Is this what you want me to do? That was the first thing that I did. I would suggest that that be the first thing that you do, because that kept me from walking into manipulation. The words that these people were speaking to me, if I didn't ask questions and if I didn't let them know, no, I'm not changing my name. I am KARDAYAH'S soul. This is the name that the Most High gave me. And no, I am not changing my mission. No, I am not changing my my message. No, I am not changing me. I don't mind if you spiff me up, make me look pretty, or if you don't feel like I look pretty in my natural state, whatever. I don't mind wearing a little makeup, a nice outfit. I am not going to be revealing myself like I'm a whore out here in these streets. And I am not about to sing to people about things that you want me to sing about. I don't need you bringing a whole bunch of people in to write music for me. Let me choose who I want to work with, this and that. It became a conflict because they felt like I didn't want to be changed, as he put it. Push came to shove and the guy ended up ending the contract, which was also a blessing for me, because the only way for me to get out of the contract is if one of us was to write a letter or an email saying we're done, this and that, blah blah. We don't want to be a part of the partnership anymore. So once it was time for it to end, I didn't owe them anything. They didn't owe me anything. There was no legalities or nothing like that that was left up for grabs or anything that had to be solved. That was a blessing for me. I need to be able to think on my own. I need to be able to produce the music that I want to produce. I found myself in a position where I was pushing back my music, my art that I was trying to put together, to put my album together, to put out a message that this man was telling me, okay, you can make our music first and you can make your music at the same time, but as you're making your music, we're going to put out our music first, and you can it'll get to the point where you'll build a fan base where you can put out the type of music that you like to make. That was something that was conflicting with my soul. Like literally it was conflicting with my soul, and my soul was like, no, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. We are supposed to be putting out the music that the Most High told us to do. So number two thing, if it goes against what your spirit and your soul, when it comes to selling out, to me, I feel like there are two ways to sell out. You can, number one, sell out for money by physically selling out, dressing wrong, saying the wrong thing, this and that, blah blah blah, or changing yourself to fit money standard or the industry standard, and the second way is to sell out on your soul. If your spirit and your heart and your soul is telling you, no, this is not what we're supposed to be doing, this is not what we came into this for, they just want to use my pretty face and they just want to use my voice or my handsome face, my voice and my body, that is not for you. Number two thing, if it goes against your soul, your soul's calling, your soul's message, then you can do it on your own. Number three, these people, a lot of times with these record deals now, they're not giving out bukus of money. You have to work to get your money. They're not giving you these major record deals, especially if you're not somebody who's willing to go all out. Like your boy who was dancing on the devil and now he's supposed to be pregnant by the devil. That job is nonsense. If you are one of them type of people, then you go ahead and do what you do. But other than that, if you are not willing to go down that debaucherous road, that wicked road, you don't need to sign any record deal with anybody who is trying to change you, make you go against your soul calling, make you change your message, make you change your music, or throw your music out. I've been watching the Wu-Tang Clan series lately on Hulu. Y'all should look at that. I like it because it tells you the actual story and you get a chance to see the ins and out and how the Most High took them into things and brought them out and gave them blessings at the same time, versus something where it's pre-written. When I say pre-written, I mean, like, for instance, Power. That wasn't a true story. You can't see the fathers working in that show. You see a bunch of craziness. But the Wu-Tang story went similar to how mine was, except I was saying no to a lot of that stuff. Like, they had to let me go. It wasn't that I didn't want to cooperate. It's just not that you're not going to turn me into a puppet. You're not going to throw my music and my ministry down the drain and tell me that your company is clean. Like, they could not curse in their music at first. They had to cover their bodies. Like, they had the classiest voices and the classiest videos. Now whenever I go back and I look, them ratchet girls that y'all signed have slightly put a ratchet label on your label, and that's not something that I wanted to be about. Everything in the contract that they said they went along with, it was true. They didn't try to fool me or anything. It was just in the talking. What people say to you in work, how they speak to you outside of that contract, is something that you really need to pay attention to. These people were trying to belittle the amount of work that I had done because I didn't have a whole lot of money put into me yet. I'm starting this from scratch. I'm doing this from me. You know what I'm saying? So I said all of that to say, they're not giving out a whole lot of money to people who are not willing to put out a whole lot of wickedness, in my opinion. And when I say wickedness, remember, I mean dysfunction. That dysfunction can be produced inside of you. It can make you feel dysfunctional in your heart. It can make you think too long and too hard. Pray about it and ask the Most High to give you understanding, to give you direction. And I guarantee you, baby, if you listen, you watch, you listen to the words of those people, you watch their actions, then you will not be led astray. For instance, in the Wu-Tang series, whenever they got ready to put him in that top hat and everything on that stage, and he was like, this ain't me, this ain't me, that's where I stepped out. I don't care, you're not giving me any money. The studio time is sucking up all of my money. These photos and videos are sucking up all of my money, but you're getting paid residuals off of the video that I did, and you downgraded my song and made it into like some poppy. That's what they did to him. That's what they were trying to do to me. I wasn't with that. That was conflicting with my soul. That was conflicting with my message. The only thing that was beneficial right away that they were doing was they wanted to get me in the studio, but Corona was here, so I had to wait. But they were rushing me to put together a portfolio, this and that, things that I didn't readily know how to do. Now let me insert something right here. I'm going to give y'all tips. Y'all willing? I'm gonna give y'all tips and things that I learned to help me to grow my music career that they probably are upset that they taught me. So that was a major blessing that I got out of this experience. They taught me what to do to grow myself, to grow my music, to grow my community, to grow my fan base. Okay. So they will push you. They will push you on Spotify. They will push you on all of these musical platforms out here. They will try to get you on the radio, but the thing that I didn't like was they wanted me to pay for my own photos, my headshots, and this and that. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm new to this. I started my career like performing and everything in 2017. So I didn't know about I knew I would eventually need headshots and things like that. I just didn't know how. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I didn't know how to put things together. I knew that I would need things, but I didn't know how to put them together. I didn't know when I needed to put them together. And this came along so quickly. Everything just started moving so fast that I really didn't have time. Didn't have time to get everything together like that. So it was kind of a put down that like he would say certain stuff to me about, oh, you don't even have this and the other girls have videos and this and that. And I'm like, oh yeah. And another thing that was major blow. I'm in my 30s, y'all. These people act like they were afraid to work with me because I think I was 30. I was 30. I'm 30. I'm 34 now. I think I was like 32 going on 33. And it was just like I had to let them know, like honestly, the way you're put off about my age is a turn off for me. Like, I don't know if I really want to work with you because of the way that you're acting towards me about my age. And you're kind of like putting down my music. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I understand that I am not here for everybody. So they decided that they would push me on Spotify and this and that. So a lot of people who y'all see on TV now and they're big stars and this and that, blah blah blah. A lot of these people are not making any money, honey. They are being pushed on Spotify, on Bandcamp, YouTube. These record labels are putting money into these streaming services to push these people's music. And a lot of times nobody is even listening to it until the record company goes and puts in the money. So my point in saying that is these record companies are not giving you, they're not out here boosting out money, putting you in apartments and this and that. The way it used to be back in the day, they're not doing that anymore. I would have been good if they would have set me up on a tour. You know what I'm saying? I could have did a 5-city tour. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all get paid. I get paid. Put me on the stage. This and that. But it was like my input was a turn off for them. My questioning was a turn off for them, and that wasn't something that I wanted to work with. So, if it conflicts with your soul, if it conflicts with your message, if it conflicts with your personality, if it's conflicting with your input, if nobody is trying to hear what you have to say, if nobody wants you asking questions and they're getting agitated every time you ask them a question, because you have the right to clarity, for the simple fact these people are using your name, they are using your image, they are using your brand, and that was something that they did not want to use my brand. It seemed like he didn't even want me to use my brand along beside the brand that they were trying to create for me. Which I told him, I don't mind you giving me a new brand, but whenever you see my face and you see my music, anything that has to do with my voice, KARDAYAH'S soul is going to be connected to that. That's my brand. And they didn't want that. So if I were you, I would pray my way through this thing and into this thing. It's tricky to tell you yes or no because I don't know what you want. But I can tell you that it'll take more time. It'll take you more money, which I would have had to put out money my own self. You know what I'm saying? It was like they didn't want to go ahead and do anything for me. Like when it came to studio sessions and things like that, they could have set up studio sessions and they could have set up for me to take pictures here in Tennessee. It was none of that what I thought a record company or a management company was supposed to do. And it seemed like my manager didn't know that he works for me and I didn't work for him. That's another thing that you need to know. And whenever you watch the Wu-Tang series, you'll see his manager didn't know how to play his role. These managers work for you. You do not work for them. The owner of the record label told me that. He was like, look, you don't even really have to talk to your manager if you want to. Like, I had access to the man who owns the company, y'all. And it just wasn't for me. So if you're having conflict, if you're feeling put down, if you're feeling like your wishes are being put on the back row, baby, get on YouTube and sing. There's an app called StarMaker. And there's a few other avenues that you can use, and you can get paid on StarMaker. You have to sing, and you do videos. You can do them live or pre-recorded or whatever, and it helps you to build on your voice. I used to be real shy, and I didn't know how to open up my mouth and yell. You know, whenever I was singing, like to really belt it out. I could belt, but I didn't. As I got older, that started being suppressed in me. I learned how to be loud at the wrong times. Whenever I'm singing, I need to be loud. You know, whenever I'm acting, I need to be loud. So figure out what you want. Listen to what's being said to you. Read the contract. If the contract is too complicated for you to understand, and read yourself without a lawyer, I didn't need no lawyer to read my contract. The contract was perfect for me, y'all. But the dealings, the conversations, the way people acted towards me was not reflecting what was in the contract. Whatever is being said to you, add it up to what's being shown to you. And if the sum is not something that you're willing to pay, something that you're willing to bear, if you feel like they're not putting in enough work for you, then you need not do that. Okay? I hope that this video brought y'all a little bit of clarity, y'all. I hope that I wasn't rambling on too much. I hope that anyone who needs understanding can get understanding from this. If you have any questions, I'll put my email down below in the description box, and also I'll put my website down below in the description box. And I also well, you're already here on YouTube. This is my new music channel, y'all. I have more videos of me singing and things, and it's on my other YouTube channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring all of those videos over here, but I may. Some of them are older. Most of them are probably from 2013, 14, 15 or something like that. So I haven't decided whether I wanted to do that. Also, if you are looking for a wedding singer, someone for your festivals, someone to come and sing at your lounge or your diner or whatever, your hotel, I am available. And I would love to talk to you. And I'll put my booking information down below and everything like that. Other than that, y'all, it was grand speaking to you. I love what I do. I have other services besides singing, but singing is my major passion. I also write, y'all. So come and check me out, you know, spend some time with me, and I hope that y'all enjoy this series. The name of this series is Breaking in Line, and it's just teaching you about how I am going from a woman over 30 who is just now getting into the music business good enough, and how I'm learning how to push myself and how to achieve my goals and get to where I'm trying to get. I feel like on YouTube you get a lot of beginner videos, but you don't get beginner videos from people who are in the beginning stages of what you're trying to learn. And you're going to get that from me. So with that, I'm going to say shalom, y'all. That means peace. And I'll talk to you all later.